Hello, this is Biblical Tarot, and I'm back with another video. And I will be going over the Nine of Cups in this video. And the Nine of Cups is the Lord of material happiness. And it is Jupiter in Pisces, and the element of this card is water. It's water. When I look at this card, I could tell you straight up, I could tell this guy is a drunk. He's a malt worm, and he's an alcoholic. You can't tell? I can. Look at his face. One side of his face is like cool as hell. I mean, it looks like you could see everything. And then the other side of his face is like droopy, because people when they're drunk, they're like sloppy and droopy. You know? Sloppy, droopy drunks. Shh. But seriously, can you tell? Can you tell? I can. He seems so jovial. Yeah, he's drunk. But anyways, and then like when I look at this, I look at the cups. We have 9 cups right here. Okay, we have 9 cups, and if you go from the first cup on from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th cup is right in the middle of the Roman numeral 9 and his red thing right there, his hat, his whatever the fudge they're called. But if you look at that cup, you see the blackness in it. It's like got way more blackness in that cup than all the other 8 cups. I think that's because that is that 5th cup he had when he was in the 5 of cups, and he was so depressed looking at those 3 cups. You remember? He looked like a drunk just sitting there looking at the spilled alcohol. Just looking at, like, dude, you spilled that alcohol. Why are you so depressed? That's that 5th cup. And if you ever notice, have you ever noticed after that 5th drink, mostly after that 5th drink, people act crazy. They act drunk, just like him. That one side of him is straight. Then he get to that 5th cup right there. He drunk. I wouldn't lie to you. But anyways, let me go past the drunkenness of the jovial guy. He's in Yesod and Beriah, and that is on the tree of life. That is the world of water. That's Beriah, the world of emotion, And you know how emotional drunks are. Oh Lord. Whew. Drunk people, okay? All right, so this was a quote that I saw, and it said, "For the same deep emotional power that is felt as happiness is also used to feel depressed." And I thought that was interesting. If not mistaken, I think Wait might have said that. I'm not sure. Don't. I don't know if that was who said that. It could have been somebody else. So don't take my word for that. But I liked it, the quote. Because yeah, when they be drinking it, the alcohol, they be happy. And then like I said, on that 5th one where you got that darkness, that's where that same emotional power, that same spirits that made them feel all happy is now used to make them feel all depressed. And where do they go? Yo? They go downhill. The eyes even change. Just like it shows you on here, the eyes. You can have the most beautifulest eyes. And then after that 5th drink, man, I'm telling you, after that 5th drink, those eyes just turn black. It's the spirits. It's the spirits. But anyways, I can rant on about that. I want to go to Genesis chapter 9. Because when I see the 9 of Cups, it reminds me of Genesis chapter 9. And here we go. And the sons of Noah that went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These 3 were the sons of Noah. And of these was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his sons had done unto him, and knew what his youngest son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants, shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. God enlarged Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years. And he died. So, what is that telling us? Noah became a husbandman. He started planting a vineyard of grapes. And he started getting drunk off the grapes. And his youngest son, Ham, saw the nakedness of his father. And he told the two other brothers, Sham and Japheth. But Sham and Japheth, they turned backwards and they covered their father not to see his nakedness. Now, when we hear that Noah was uncovered in his tent, his house, because that's what the tent is. He was uncovered in his house. And his youngest son, Ham, saw the nakedness of his father. Did he see his male member? His butt? No. That's not what that's talking about. His nakedness is a spiritual condition, okay? Drunkenness is a spiritual condition, okay? When Noah was uncovered in his tent, God's righteousness was not clothing him. And who was watching that? Who was watching while God's righteousness was not clothing Noah? His youngest son, Ham. He was seeing that. He was watching that. Ain't no different from how things go today when a person is in a dysfunctional tent. Right? Right. What happens? People become dysfunctional. That's what happened. Right? Nakedness is wretched, miserable, poor, and blind. Spiritual blindness. Straight spiritual blindness. If you go to Exodus 32, 25. Here we go. Moses, okay, we'll go up one. So I told them, whoever has any gold jewelry, take it off. Then they gave me the gold, and I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf. Moses saw that the people were running wild, and that Aaron had let them get out of control, and so became a laughing stock to their enemies. Now, if you go to the King James Version, it's not going to say we're running wild. It's going to say Moses saw that the people were naked. They were naked. Just like Noah was naked. And Ham was seeing that, though. Ham was seeing that. He was taking note of that. But we're going to go even deeper into this, y'all. We're going to go even deeper because when you read that in Genesis 9, there's more to that story. But the only way you can get the rest of that story is if you go to the book of Jasher, okay? Because you're only going to get bits and pieces of the story, okay, in the Bible. All right, which is great. It's good information. But if you want to fill in the blank, you got to go outside and read the other ones that are in the apocrypha and stuff. You have to read those, and it fills in the blank. So we're gonna go to Jasher, and we're gonna see what's going down. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna start at 23. Okay. And Cush, the son of Ham, the son of Noah, took a wife in those days, in his old age, and she bare a son, and they called his name Nimrod, saying at the time the sons of men again began to rebel and transgress against God. And the child grew up, and his father loved him exceedingly, for he was the son of his old age. And the garments of skin which God made for Adam and his wife, when they went out of the garden, were given to Cush. For after the death of Adam and his wife, the garments were given to Enoch, the son of Jared. And when Enoch was taken up to God, he gave them to Methuselah, his son. And at the death of Methuselah, Noah took them and brought them to the ark. And they were with him until he went out of the ark. And in their going out, Ham stole those garments from Noah, his father, and he took them and he hid them from his brothers. And when Ham begat his firstborn Cush, he gave him the garments in secret, and they were with Cush many days. And Cush also concealed them from his sons and brothers. And when Cush had begotten Nimrod, he gave him those garments through his love for him. And Nimrod grew up, and when he was 20 years old, he put on those garments. And Nimrod became strong, and when he put on the garments, and God gave him might and strength, and he was a mighty hunter in the earth. Yea, he was a mighty hunter in the field, and he hunted the animals, and he built altars, and he offered upon them the animals before the Lord. And Nimrod strengthened himself, and he rose up from amongst his brethren, and he fought the battles of his brethren against all their enemies round about. And the Lord delivered all the enemies of his brethren in his hands, and God prospered him from time to time in his battles, and he reigned upon the earth. Therefore it became current in those days, when a man ushered forth those that he had trained up for battle, he would say to them, like God did to Nimrod, who was a mighty hunter in the earth, and who succeeded in the battles that prevailed against his brethren, that he delivered them from the hands of their enemies. So may God strengthen us and deliver us this day. And when Nimrod was 40 years old, there was a war between his brethren and the children of Japheth, so that they were in the power of their enemies. Okay, I could keep on going, but I'm going to stop there. Did you get that? I'm just asking you if you caught on to that. Remember, Noah he became a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he started drinking on the grapes and getting drunk. And he would get drunk in his his tent. And Ham noticed that. He's seen his father getting drunk and probably being dysfunctional and doing all you got to do is do a keyword of drunkenness. Do a keyword and read every freaking scripture that has the word drunk in it or drunkenness in it, and it will show you exactly what Noah was going through and what Ham was seeing. Okay, so and it says Sham and Japheth, they didn't want to see that. They covered their father. They didn't see that. But when you look deeply into it and you go into Jasher, you find out about these garments. The garments that when Adam and Eve ate of the fruit. That fruit, remember the grapes that they ate of, it has to be grapes. They were getting drunk. Come on, let's not lie here. It had to be grapes. They were getting drunk and probably doing all the bad thing. I don't know. What do you do when you're drunk? But yeah, and remember God came walking through in the cool of the day, and he's like, what's going on? What? And they were hiding themselves because they were naked. They were naked. So it's like the same thing that keeps going on. Now it's Noah. He's doing the same thing. And then it comes when we go to Jasher, you see these garments, and Noah's son Ham, he steals the garments, but these garments were like handed down to certain people. So that, I thought that was interesting. And Ham stole them, and then he gave them to his son, and his son gave it to his son, which was Nimrod. Nimrod got it. When Nimrod put those on, he became a mighty hunter. He became strengthened. He became strong. And he obviously had a one world order going on. He was able to get everybody together. And that's what I see when I read it. But yeah, I could be wrong. Could be me playing into it. But he was a mighty hunter in the world. But I thought that was so interesting. I mean, especially the garments. I mean, I wonder if those garments like were magical or something. They have to be magical. It's just so weird. So interesting, though. Excuse me. But I want to go back to the picture. Definitely. And those cups, those 9 cups being 9 trophies. And I wanted to talk about that because, like, when you go in, let me see, guys, I'll find it here so I can show you guys that I'm not just making stuff up or nothing. Let's see if it's in here. Oop, sorry. Let's see if it's in there. Oh, I hate when that happens. Sorry. So say it in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, be careful. You have a false belief. Wait, let me see. No. Give me a second here, guys. Yeah, here it goes. A man dressed as a merchant sits in a pose of satisfaction, as if he has achieved all of his goals. He is content in the knowledge that his future is assured. Behind him is a curtained stand on which the 9 cups are gathered in a row, displayed as trophies. Okay? So I was like, oh, wow, trophies. Interesting trophies. Wait, not the right one, guys. Here we go, trophies. Ooh. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a second to come in. Okay, here we go. A trophy is a tangible, durable reminder of a specific achievement and serves as recognition or evidence of merit. Okay, we'll go down here about originally the word trophy, deprived from the Greek word, referred to arms, standards, other property, or human captives and body parts captured in battle. These war trophies commemorated the military victories of a state, army, or individual combatant. In modern warfare, trophy taking is discouraged. But this sense of the word is reflected in hunting trophies and human trophy collecting by serial killers. But what this made me think of was Nimrod. It made me think of Nimrod. And I'll show you why it made me think of Nimrod when I read that. Because it just took me right back. Oh, not Exodus 10. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Wasn't supposed to do that. There we go. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used brick instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and tower the people were building. The Lord said, If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their languages so they will not understand each other. So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world, for there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. Oh, did I miss the mighty hunter? Here goes one. Wait. I don't know where it's at, guys. I'm about to find that shits right now. I didn't say the bad word. I said shits. Here we go. Oh, it was on here. Wait, my bad. I gotta be careful because they're gonna give me another. They'll give me another ad, and I don't want to sit through that. See, I knew they were gonna do that. I fucking hate them motherfuckers. I shouldn't be mad about ads because, hey, we get it free. As long as we look at a ad for a couple of seconds. There we go. That's where I wanted to go. Oh, it makes me angry. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Gosh. 9. It was 10:9 I was looking for, guys. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Wherefore is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Hunters take trophies. And that's where I was trying to get right back around to. But it took that long to get back around to it because of those ads with the trophies. Oh, Lord. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There he goes. Him and his trophies. Yeah. I think it's really cool, you know. The blue curtain, that's water. I mean, the symbolism of water. If you really look at the curtain, you could kind of see the imprints of a snake going all the way to the other side, if you really look. I also find it interesting that the trophies are in the shape of a bow, you know, because you could link that to the rainbow in Genesis 9 if you wanted to. Too bad they didn't put the rainbow on this card. Instead, they put the rainbow on the next one, the 10 of Cups. But maybe it should have been on the 9 of Cups. Because it was a token. It was a token. That's what Yahweh said. He said it'd be a token. See, there they go. They keep giving me those, and they don't give me those like that. They must know I'm doing a screen recording. Isn't that funny? They know exactly what you're doing all the time. They do. They know what you're doing all the time. But I'm not giving him that satisfaction. I always say that wrong, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction to have another ad on here. And I just lost what I was going to do or say. I think it was 9. Yep. And he says, yeah, there it goes. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. But do you get that though? How Nimrod became a mighty hunter in the world, in the earth. You know, he was having battles and people were killing each other and stuff. He did everything that God said not to do. If you even read in the beginning of this chapter, Genesis 9, when he's talking about the blood of your lives. And whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. Nimrod was shedding blood. Lots of blood. Probably killing lots of freaking animals too. It's crazy. I think I need to go now though. I'm pretty sure my videos are long and drawn out. But I do want to tell you guys this. For anyone who's watching, I do love you. Bye.